So, you know the word carnal means of the body. Carnation, incarnation means coming into a body. So reincarnation means coming again into a body. That's the meaning of the word reincarnation. And I explained a little while ago that you come as a human being, you do whatever you have to do, then you take stock up there of what went wrong, what did you do wrong, what did you do right, and then in order to set things right, you come back again. So that's reincarnation. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell us what happens when one dies.
Now, as we said, we are a body, mind and soul. Okay? The soul is inside us. It's covered by our mind and our body. You know that when somebody dies, the soul leaves. The body is left behind. So obviously the soul, along with its impressions of whatever it's done here, whatever it's not accomplished, whatever it wanted to do, whatever happened to it, all those impressions, everything goes with the soul along with the mind, okay? And that is the entity which is then allowed to progress again by giving another chance, okay? So this is what happens when you die. There's nothing really frightening or anything. It's just a journey of the soul. And the whole reincarnation is a very compassionate process, because God in His infinite mercy and understanding realizes that you made mistakes, you've done errors. Go and correct them. It's like in any family. The parents will be always loving and kind, so that even if the person has done something wrong, okay, disobeyed them, not done correctly, they will always give them a chance to do it again. Even if they've asked for forgiveness, it's fine. Yes, you forgive. Of course you forgive. But the thing is, the child that asks for forgiveness and forgiveness is given openly will not have learned a lesson until something happens to it similarly, isn't it? So this is what parents say, no? When we argue with them and say, oh, but you know, you're too strict and you're this thing, and then what happens? They say, you'll come to know when you are a parent, isn't it? So in the same way, whatever wrongs we've done, everything, the real final lesson we learn when somebody else wrongs us. And then we have to know that we have to let it go, have forgiveness, compassion, and let it go. Now, if we don't do that, then again we've transgressed, because we are supposed to do that. So another lifetime, the same thing will happen to us. We'll ask for forgiveness and we won't be forgiven, and so on. So can you see the whole thing goes on and on until you break away from it and say, no, I'm not going to fall for these tricks again. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to realize who I am. I will be divine, I will be godly, and I will love, and I will forgive, and I will do everything. Okay? So that's the purpose of reincarnation. Okay? Oh, more. I'm talking too much, eh? Okay. 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 Okay.
So is there a specific number of times that someone has to be reincarnated?
No, no, it need not be. You see, as soon as you realize you're divine and you actually, with every ounce of your being, you behave divine. Okay, so you don't have any negative thoughts about anybody, about the earth, about the animals, the plants. You don't kill, you don't do that. Once you do that and you have merged within yourself with the divine essence in you, then you don't have to come back, because you've realized who you are. Your journey is finished. Okay, you can merge with God. Having said that, there are many prophets and many other higher beings that do come down. They come down on earth for the sole purpose of uplifting everybody else. So there's no number of lifetimes. It can take you millions of lifetimes before you realize who you are and what you're doing, and so on and so forth. And in the meantime, you come and enjoy everything here. You love it. You know, it's a wonderful world. So you come and enjoy everything. But you do make your errors and everything, and you do all things wrong, and you slip and you go on the road by the road and so on. So then you have to come back. So there can be, it can be millions of lifetimes, it can be 10, it can be 15, it can be 200, it can be anything. The main thing is, once your journey is finished, it's finished. And then if you want to come back, it's up to you. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've heard about if you have a lot of deja vu, or if you have recurring dreams of your past life,
Yeah.
those are factors or rather signs that you are reincarnated.
Yes, very much so. Yeah. When you come here down again on the earth, then what happens? Um, you the memories of all your past lives are usually shut out. Okay, so you don't have the code. You don't have the code to access them, and there's a good reason for it, because if I came with all those memories and I've had a rough time with this person before, and I come with that memories, I'll come with all feelings of vengeance. I have to do this. This is what he did to me. It goes on. So that's usually blocked out. Okay, so that you start afresh. See, God in His loving mercy wants you to progress. So He tells you, forget everything else. You're going to do a good job now. All right? And so on. So it's normally blocked out. But there are some times when people, it is a very powerful memory, and it can trigger off something here which reminds them of that. Okay? So yes, that is definitely an indication of reincarnation. So it's just quite natural. You just have to know that it happened at some time. What do you do about it? Either you're going to be sitting in that past and mourning about it or whatever. No, you just move on. Okay? So the Hindu Dharma actually does not think much about going back into your past. They say, no, what's happened has happened. You just focus on the now, you progress now, and build for your future. Yeah. Okay.
So what's the relationship between karma and reincarnation?
That's exactly what I've been saying. Yeah. So when you have to, when we say karma, it is all your bag of. See, karma. The word kar in Sanskrit means to do. What have you done? Okay, and karma follows from that. Your baggage of whatever you've done, whether not only done, thought, expressed, everything. Okay, so that's the baggage you come with. Good and bad. Let's not talk only about good, bad. It can be good, great things you've done. And so you will get great things here as well. You are reaping that. When you plant an orange tree, we shouldn't expect apples. Yeah? So whatever you've done, that's what you will get. So that's the theory of karma. And you reincarnate because you have to finish your karma, or you have to build good karma. That's it. The two are completely, they are two sides of the same coin. You can't expend your karma up there. You have to reincarnate. So the two go together. Okay.
As we wind up, most people don't know much about karma and reincarnation. Don't you think it's unfair for them to suffer, rather reincarnate and come back and do the same thing if they don't know about karma?
That's what we think they don't know. It's true. As a person now, I don't know what I've done and what I'm going for, but my soul knows. My soul is that's the important thing, isn't it? Your soul knows, and it's going through this with full awareness that yes, I've come here for this, and it should be congratulated. That good, look, you're so brave. You come down here to finish all that and to learn your lessons of godliness. It's a wonderful cycle. It's a wonderful thing. If we look at it from the point of the view of the individual as a person, yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. That's why I said you must come to know about it in context with what it is meant to be. Okay, there is no what do you call meting out justice to anybody. It's not God who sits up there and judges you. No, you're an adult. You're grown up. You know what you should do, what you should not do. If you if there is a live wire hanging somewhere, or there is a place where they are doing big electrical works and it says danger, it shows you the skull and crossbones, don't enter, don't touch, and yet you go and touch, what happens? You suffer, isn't it? So in the same way, the karmic law is there, God is there, but He's not the one who's going to make you suffer. Your own actions will make you suffer, just like you went and touched it in spite of the warning. You went and did it, so you will suffer. So the soul knows all this. So it's not unfair to anybody, because it's what the soul understood right from the beginning, that there are some things I do, some things I don't do. Okay? Mainly it is the lessons of love, unconditional love for everybody. Don't look at the skin color, don't look at what they are doing, what they are eating, what they are wearing. Everybody is worthy of love. Just like God loves everybody, you're supposed to love everybody. Love, forgiveness, no room for anger, hatred, jealousy, and so on. Okay? So the question of fairness, unfairness, no, is the soul's journey. And they know, the soul knows what it's doing. Okay? What do we do? What will really be unfair and really wrong is if we don't support the others. So however wrong somebody's done to you, you be still kind, you offer your help, you do everything. Then only you're godly, no? Otherwise you're like any stupid human being, doing stupid things, isn't it? Yeah. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Do you mind if it's on?
Yeah, no, I was just going to tell you that we have, these things that are written here, all that God wants us to do is learn by ourselves. So we have a completely free will. How we want to behave, what we want to do, there is a law in place, and we will learn our own way. So our free will is very important. So it's not that God has, created us as monsters, do what you want, and so on. We don't have a devil in our religion. No, the devil is you only. The God is you only. You want to behave like a devil? Go ahead. You want to behave like a God? Go ahead. So there is nothing like that. In fact, it's the most, I would say, democratic religion, where everybody does how they want, what they want. They pay for it. Okay? So we just have that simple thing that God is not a punishing one. God is most loving and caring. For you to know, it's like having a whole family. You have a grandfather there, and you have all the children, and everybody's allowed to do, and there's a grandfather who's loving and saying, okay, learn your own way, but come back home. Do what you want, but come back home. No, this is home. So that's what God is saying. Come back to me pure and perfect. Okay? Yeah. All right. Okay. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't mention the holy books. Yeah. We have the holy books, the Vedas, which are more than thousands and thousands of years old, called the Vedas. Okay? And they have all these truths, everything. Part of them is called the Upanishads. And we have that. And then in the latter years, about 8,000 years ago, the Holy Bhagavad Gita was written, which also reflects that. Okay? So that's where we are. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. Sante.